welcome back to episode 7 of How to Be a Gen Z.
Yes, sir.
I figured this out in the shower. All right, we got Scott and Scott.
Yeah.
So Scott squared, and well, not really, but like Scott plus Scott. That's 2 Scotts.
That's 2 Scotts.
And our name has 5 letters in it.
Okay.
So plus 2
7.
is 7,
Wow.
which is episode 7. Episode 7. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And Happy New Year's, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year's.
Did you enjoy your New Year's? I sure did.
I had a very decent New Year's. This past year was absolute terrible. 2021, I would say, was the worst year of my life.
No, this year was it wasn't even mid.
Nah, bro. To call it mid would be being polite.
That would be polite.
So, yeah, no, year was absolute dog shit.
This year was horrible, and I was very upset with how this year turned out.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
There was definitely potential, and it just, nothing panned out how I wanted it to.
Nothing panned out, and that's the most frustrating part. You have all these plans, and you put so much effort into them, too. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get here. And then you just don't get there, and then some stuff just gets in the way.
Yeah.
And oh, man. But, that's life.
Yeah.
Throw stuff at you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You got to make do.
You got to... There was an episode of BoJack Horseman, and they were talking about it, and there was like this show. I think it was called like Becker or some shit in the show. Like not relevant. But anyway, he was like talking about it, and it was like, like this show, like it got canceled, and he was talking about how he was so upset. Not even because he liked the show. Like he was like, I constantly watched this show. Not even because it was good, but it had the potential to be so good. Mm-hmm. Like it had all the right pieces and all the potential, but it just couldn't make it happen. And I just kept waiting for it to like finally click and like hit its stride. And now it never will, because the show got canceled. And that's like 2021. Like it had so much potential and like it could have been
to be great,
but it didn't.
And we almost came out of COVID.
Yeah.
We almost did.
Almost.
And then
nope.
Now we're in the shit again.
Yeah.
It's tough out here, but what are you going to do? That's life.
That life goes on.
I had some people comment about my nails.
Oh, yeah?
Because you could see in my recent episodes, I had like my nails painted. It was more obvious than it was now, but like you could definitely tell.
Yeah.
And
the pinky.
It was very, very obvious that I painted like this whole hand and like some of this hand. And people were like, "Oh, that's gay." Like, oh, like that's like I damn well know I'm straight, and you damn well know I'm straight too. All right.
Yeah, I know. I can attest. I can attest.
Yeah. So like I know I'm straight. That's all that matters. I don't care what anybody else says. Like if I want to paint my nails, I want to paint my nails. Some girls dig it, some don't. But like that's. I want a girl who digs it.
Yeah.
Like what kind of like I
if
want
a girl
who's
can't
comfortable.
support what you want, not the right one.
Not the right bird. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, and then people ask me, like, oh, like, you have nothing to prove to society. Like, why are you painting your nails? I have people, like, say these things to me, like, oh, what are you, like, fighting the patriarchy? I'm like, nah, man. Literally, I paint it because it's stepping outside my comfort zone. I think that's the best way to build the character, is stepping out of your comfort zone. And especially putting your face on the internet.
Exactly.
And, like, talking and giving your 2 cents in mind about everything. It's a little nerve-wracking in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I've been trying my hand at YouTube for a while. So, like, in the beginning, I was, it's a little nerve-wracking. What are people going to think about you? Mm-hmm. Do you look fine? Things like that. Yeah. So this gives me some reassurance. Like, after I'm done, like, in a weird way, you put yourself in a more vulnerable spot.
Yeah.
So then you build more character.
Exactly.
It's a weird dynamic in how it works. And I know you bleach your hair in the summer.
For the past 2 summers, actually, I've been bleaching my hair. I've always... originally what happened was COVID first hit. School closed down.
Okay.
And I've always, like, back then, and still now, like, he's probably, Little Peep is, like, my favorite artist of all time. Like, I don't listen to him as much anymore, but, like, back then I was heavy on my Little Peep phase.
I remember.
And his pink hair was his thing. Like, that was my wallpaper. It was my profile picture. Like, I have posters and shit. So, yeah, I loved Little Peep, and he always had pink hair. So essentially what happened was I tried to dye my hair pink, but it was too dark, so the pink just did not show up at all.
Wow, that is tough, but it turned out fine.
Yeah, no, and then what happened was I highlighted my hair. Like, I took my mom's highlights, how, like, women be highlighting their hair and shit. So I did that, and it just turned, like, orange, and I was like, man, this is ass. So then I bleached it after that, and it turned even more orange, and I was like, holy shit, this is terrible.
This is awful.
And then I bleached it again, and then so I bleached it twice.
Then you get the bleach.
And then it turned to like the more yellow.
Okay, that's
vibrant.
fire. I like it.
Thank you.
I mess with it heavy. I think it's cool, and I would bleach my hair too if only I look good in it. But like,
Nah, you could rock that.
do you think I can rock bleach hair?
I think you could.
Doesn't it kill your hair though?
Yeah, nah, it low key be doing some shit to your hair.
I think it would just kill it. Wouldn't it?
No, I don't know. But hair like grows back and shit, right?
That's true. Do you remember when I shaved my head?
I do. I do.
That was such a
remember.
mess, dude. I have so much hair now; it's not even funny. Like it goes all the
Damn.
way down my nose. It's crazy.
You don't even, like when looking at it doesn't look like it's that long.
But it's long.
It's that long.
Like after I get out of the shower and I dry my hair, like it's all on my face.
Damn.
And I'm like, well, this isn't nice. I'm trying to fall asleep and the hair's tickling my eyes and my forehead, and I'm like, bro, please. So I wear a headband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I wear on occasion. It's not really because my hair isn't that long. But I have this white. I like wearing fitted hats.
Okay.
So I have a White Sox fitted hat, which is like my iconic fitted.
That is your iconic.
That is
You're
my.
always wearing that.
I wore it in like 12 Instagram posts in a row or some shit. I love
Yeah.
that.
Love that.
I have a white Nike like headband that like all the white girls wear when they're playing like tennis or
Lacrosse.
yeah, lacrosse. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about.
So sometimes I'll wear that headband underneath the hat just to like get some like
Cushion.
Yeah. Just to, like
comfort.
it looks nice. It looks nice too, in my opinion, and it's just different. So
Okay. I mean, headbands are fire,
yeah,
but I feel like I break out if I wear them. Like,
nah. Yeah, no, because if you
break
like
out.
sweat or something, it's just like being stuck to your face, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's all just there.
I hate how sensitive my skin is.
I used to have really.
It's
I used to
so
have bad.
sensitive.
Is it?
So sensitive. Like if I wear a headband, the next morning I'll just break out where
You're
that was,
done?
and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, that's tough,
that's rough.
and it's tough with these foam things too.
Yeah.
ASMR for everybody, but like it's tough because you're spitting on it, your mouth's on it,
Yeah.
you know, and I keep it closer because that's just like how I like it. Some people like it farther, some people like it closer. You just have to adjust the audio to where it is.
Yeah.
But like when your lips touch it, sometimes
Yeah.
then
when you're
like
getting
you
up there.
get it here. It's
It's
a
a
whole
mess.
fucked situation. It sucks. What are you gonna do? That's
yeah.
life.
That's life.
Yeah, but congratulations on your new EP.
Thank you.
How long was that in production for?
Oh my gosh. I would. Oof. It's been a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thing is essentially not to like promo too much or anything.
No,
but
you
I've been-
promote as much as you want.
Oh, word, say that. So essentially, I've been working on my debut LP, like full length album. I want it to be. It's going to be 13 tracks.
Okay,
I haven't recorded all of them, but I think it's a good number of songs for an album.
That's a good number.
13's always been like unlucky 13, so like turning like whatever. And so this album is called Twist, which stands for the way I see things. It's like an anagram or something like
Ooh.
that. So it's kind of cool. And I've been working on that for like a long. This has been an idea for over 2 years now. Like
That's
this
crazy.
idea of an album. And so what happened was I actually tapped in my best friend Michael Bruno. He makes all my beats.
Yeah, I hear the producer tag.
Yeah. Oh shit,
Oh,
Bruno.
shit, Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. So he's always been making my beats since I started like 2 February.
That man can produce.
Yeah, and then even but recently, I think it was December 23rd of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Not like 2020. December 23rd, 2020. I met up with this guy named Rabs Died. And he's go follow him on IG if you're watching this.
I'll tag
He's a
him.
stud. Yeah.
I'll tag him.
And he has like 11K on Instagram, I think. Like he's doing he's pretty big. And he has a professional music studio.
Oh, he does.
Like he's like an actual artist and shit.
Oh, word.
And I met him at a concert once. And I stayed tapped in with him, and then like one day he told me I could slide through to the stew.
Oh, no way.
So I was like, say that.
Say that.
And then so I went there December 24th, 2020. And then that's I took down all my old music because that wasn't recorded. So now everything that's out, Zaddy, Gone, Essential, Nothing to Something, and Purge were all recorded by Rabs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's actually so sick.
So that's pretty cool.
How was your studio experience?
Oh, it's phenomenal. we have some good times in that studio.
Yeah, like think about it. Think about all the ideas that are transpiring in that room.
Oh, yeah.
And the chemistry you have with everybody else, and then you're listening to the beat and you're hovering over it with the headphones.
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
on the monitors, and then you're
Now
like,
we'll be getting turned in
and
there.
you're like,
and shit.
oh man, that was a fire line. Like that's like sick.
No, they'll like make me because I like my personal experience. I like it like like I don't like some rappers you see be having like 50 people in their studio and shit, and it's just like too much, bro.
Too much.
So I literally every time I go to the studio, it's me, Bruno, Rabs, and then usually it's like a family member too. My cousin, I have an older cousin named Quinn, and he listens to a lot of hip hop. So if he can take me, he usually does, and he like chirps in. My older sister has taken me a few times. My mom has even taken me once.
Dude,
and
your mom is a
sat
goat.
through this dude.
She's the goat.
Yeah. Shout out Kim. Shout out Kim if you're watching this.
What a legend.
Shout out Kim.
No, your mom's
She's
great.
watching
I
this.
remember I went to your house one time.
Yeah.
Your mom's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's very
I
nice.
love my. Nah, she's so supportive.
That's
like,
awesome.
So.
Parents who are supporting their child's endeavors. Mints.
S tier.
S tier. That is mints. That's mint.
Yeah. But anyway, back to but what happened was, so I went in December 2020.
Right.
Planning to record this album Twist, and Essential was the first song I ever recorded.
Okay.
So that was over a year ago now. So it was released like a little over a year ago. And then I recorded Zaddy, and then I recorded a song that got thrown away. And and then I recorded a song that is supposed to drop soon.
Okay.
And then I recorded Purge featuring TYB Tuan, which was also on the album. And then I recorded a song with a feature that I haven't dropped yet. And then I recorded a song that got scrapped because it was terrible. And then I recorded that song Gone. And then I recorded a different song. Anyway, so essentially what happened was this was all like December through February. I probably recorded 5 songs.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, this is looking good for the album. Like, let's go. We're getting there. And then I went once in March and I recorded my best song at the time, and it was super cool, and I was super gassed. And then essentially what happened was I got a girlfriend.
There we go.
I got a girlfriend.
Dubs.
Beginning of April. And
not much of a dub now, is it?
No, fuck her.
Same here, man.
What a bitch.
What a bitch.
What a bitch.
On my side too, bro. What you going to do? Actually, no. That's not fair to say. She was all right.
Nah. She like I don't know. It was I don't know. It's most of the time with teenagers. It's not like unless it's like you cheat on someone.
I know.
It's like at the end of the day, both of you got it's two responsibilities.
It's our faults.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really gonna talk on that because like. Whatever, but she was good. She was great, but it just didn't end up working out. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, that's part of life.
Yeah, but
it's as my dad told me. My dad said, just rack it up to a learning experience. Like,
what's your dad's name?
Paul.
Paul Cousins.
Paul Cousins.
Absolute.
Paul Cousins is literally the GOAT. I'm telling you right now. He taught me 2 things in life, Scott. He taught me never pass up on an opportunity to use the bathroom.
That's a fire.
Never say no to a free lunch.
That's
what he's taught me.
Hey,
I've carried those lessons my whole entire life, and I can't tell you how many times they've been utilized. So
you that's great.
Yeah,
but
but just to finish the fucking segment about the album. I keep getting. So anyway, got a girlfriend, whatever. And the thing was like she was more of like a not to be like rude or anything, like most people know her, but like she's a like I would call them a country club family.
Oh,
like the dad, like golfer,
and I indulge in golf, but I don't like to think I'm a
but you know what I'm talking about, like the preppy,
Vineyard Vines.
Exactly.
That'll do it.
So she was not like rocking with the music as much. Like
there you go, because like, country club family.
Yeah, like SoundCloud rapper isn't really the best look, and it's like. So it was like at the time too, I was fine to be like, all right, you know what? I'll take a quick break from music. Like, it's not that deep. Like, like it was like, and I don't really like, I don't know. It kind of sucks, but I don't really regret it. Like it was like what I had to do at the time, and I'm all right with that decision.
Okay.
And then what happened was it got to the end of summer, like end of August, and I still had this song with Love Trip called "Gone," which is out, and it's my personal favorite song I ever made.
I like it.
And it's a breakup song, and it's not about her, but it was about a different girl, and I was like. you know what? I just want to drop this. Like, it's been long enough. I haven't dropped anything since February. It was from February to August.
There was a time where you didn't drop for a while.
Nah, yeah. So I was kind of just really like, man, I gotta get this song out. Like this, because my friend, like the friends I had played it for, loved it. My producer loved it. Like it was like, you know, I feel like obligated. And it's kind of funny because that day it dropped, we broke up. Like a breakup song. So then what happened was that day that we broke up, I went to the music studio.
Attaboy.
That's
when the creative juice.
That's when everything is flowing. That's when emotions are.
When you get into the relationship and when you end it. 2 sources of content right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. And then that day that we broke up, I recorded Nothing to Something.
Okay.
Which is like the big single off this EP. It has by far the most streams. It's my personal favorite song I ever made.
Yes, sir.
And so that was end of August. And so so what happened was, just to keep it frank, but not get into it too much. I didn't handle the breakup best, and I'm still compartmentalizing. I guess that's the word.
That's okay.
So
healing time's needed.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like, now my music is more leaning towards like the melodic, sad stuff. You know, it's like not saying I'm never gonna make another hype banger, but just like where I'm at in life right now, you know, is kind of there in the past few months. Yeah,
that's okay, because music, people don't understand about music is it's a perfect it's a perfect insight onto someone's emotions and soul.
Yeah,
and what they're going through in that moment is the songs that they're choosing to write. So when you're feeling a certain way and you're writing certain kinds of music, it doesn't mean you're gonna write that kind of music forever.
No, yeah,
it's just how you're feeling at the moment.
It's just how I'm feeling when I'm writing.
And there's nothing wrong with writing sad music here and there, because if it helps you get through your hump, that's great.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but what happened was, so then I was like, you know what? This debut album Twist, I've been fantasizing about it for a long time. Like I wanted to. My producer Bruno calls me up and he's like, bro, I was thinking about it. Like, this is like, you know, this has been a dream of yours for a while, this album Twist. He's like, don't have it all over the place. Don't have like, you know, like don't have like a song like Gone, like, you know, emo, depressed breakup kid, and then don't have like a fucking drill rager after. Like it just doesn't like logic make sense. So he was like, so we were like, all right, what songs can we scrap? You know, like what songs have I not dropped yet? Yeah. So it was like, what songs have I not dropped yet? And then it was Purge and Essential were the 2 best songs that I have that were like hype bangers, and I wanted to drop them. But at the same time, I didn't want people to like get the impression that that's like what I was doing now. It was kind of a hard, you know, this is just an EP. It's not a fucking album. Like it doesn't have to be orderly. Yeah. And then Nothing to Something was my favorite song I ever recorded. That's going to be on Twist.
Awesome.
So I was like, I wanted to give people a preview still of what was going on, and then some like, not throwaway tracks necessarily, because I don't think they're that bad, but just like songs that didn't have much of a future.
I get what you mean. So, I'm super hyped for this album.
I'm
super hyped for you too, because I know that, like as you said, this is something you've been looking forward to for a long time. So this is great that you get to put out your dream and like something that you've been aspiring and looking forward to for such a long time. I'm super happy for you and going through that process. Very proud of you for coming over all these humps and whatever to get to where you need to be. That's great.
Yeah, it's definitely been an adversity, to say the least. When you're doing, I'm sure, like, you know, you were talking about how like YouTube channels and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you've been in this for a while. Like there are a lot, like even though like I love music, I'm sure you love creating content. YouTube,
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of times when you just want to throw in the towel.
Oh,
like it's
100%.
Like, it's like this. It's just not worth it. Like it's like I don't know. Like it just doesn't. And there's just a lot of like doubts that you feel about shit.
Yeah. So how I get over these things, because there are plenty of times where I want to throw in the towel. Sometimes I'm editing a podcast, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, I really don't want to do this anymore. But shout out to Jackson. He edited his episode for me.
Oh, shit.
That was great.
What a pimp.
Shout out Jackson. Because like I literally just like was so down in it. I was like, I can't do this right now. So I said, can you do me a favor and edit this? He's like, yes, I can. And that felt great. I would totally get an editor in the future. Like that.
Yeah.
But like talking about content, like I've been trying my hand at YouTube forever. For as long as I can remember. Like I used to do Rubik's Cubes and whatever. And like I used to make YouTube videos about Rubik's Cubes. And I was only in elementary school. I had an iPhone 4S. I was just like,
damn.
I was hustling learning the game.
That's the grind right there.
And then I was trying gaming videos. That didn't work. I was streaming Call of Duty and stuff. That went exceptionally well.
Really?
That went like okay. It was if I
Damn.
did it for a little longer, I definitely would have gotten not somewhere, but I would have had it somewhat of an impression. But then I dropped that. That's the issue with this. You drop at the most important moment in your career. So you're getting there. You're almost at the top of the hill to where you're gonna break even and everything's gonna work out, and then you quit.
And then
so that's what happened with my old channel too. So like my old channel was this channel that I'm using now. I just privated all my old videos, and then I
figured that.
Yeah,
because I was subscribed to it before. Like I was like, I saw like one day the first podcast you released, it showed up in my subscriptions feed, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I was like, oh okay,
okay, there
I
we
see,
go.
and it's smart too because you keep all your old subs and stuff. You know,
I was gonna do a video about like my old subscribers first, because this channel is the farthest I've ever gone in years with any YouTube channel I've ever had. I think I had 3 or 4 channels. This was the one where it was during quarantine. Everybody was stuck at home and they needed content to watch. So I thought I'd take advantage of it.
Exactly.
And I would upload Omegle videos and just like talk to people. Because that's what I love to do. I love to talk to people. And like my voice was too high at the time to start a podcast. So no, I'm being so serious. I've had this idea for 2 years now.
Really?
I just had to wait until I learned more about it and until my voice got deeper.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question real quick before
we go?
It. Do you like watch any podcasts yourself? Like,
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Oh, really?
So podcasts, that was weird. When I watch, I fall asleep to my episodes sometimes.
Really?
I turn it up and I'm just like, all right, let's just doze off to this. Not because it's boring, but just because
it's cool to hear yourself.
Cool to hear yourself. And whatever.
Yeah. If you're proud of it.
I have to listen to it when I'm editing too. But I think everybody knows that. But I think what you're asking is, do I listen to it leisurely, like on my own?
Yeah, and like other podcasts as well. Like, do you?
I'm a big podcast guy. I watch, and especially when you're in the art, you gotta listen to other podcasts, see what they're doing, and
makes sense.
Their mixes on the mics and whatever, see what sounds best.
Yeah.
As of now, it's episode 7. We're still feeling.
We're still in the early stages.
Still feeling the waters down until we hit triple digit episodes. That's a long way down. Until you get to like 50, then you're still feeling it out. But yeah, I do listen to podcasts a lot, and I'm definitely still learning, and I do listen to it. Even when I'm not editing.
Okay.
Not only to run up my streams or whatever, but definitely just like to just hear what I could do better.
Yeah.
Like if sometimes there's a moment where things are going on too long or there's a big absence in silence, like no one wants to hear that.
No one wants to hear that.
You got to fill in that. Like I'm looking at that on my timeline right now. I'm like, that is disgusting. That flat line there.
It's So do you have like a personal favorite podcast that isn't How to Be Gen Z?
I do. There's this guy. Okay. I got 2.
Okay.
Joe Rogan's obviously up there.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's podcast is great.
Oh, Joe Rogan has phenomenal.
But like the thing is with his demographic, it's not us. It's like his generation and like millennials, because like the episodes are 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Nobody is sitting through a 3-hour episode, especially in our generation. So I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. Like 50 minutes is like tops.
Yeah.
Even if I have a 32-minute episode, like Jace had a 32-minute episode.
Okay.
People didn't watch that whole thing through either, but a lot more people watch the whole thing through.
Yeah.
If you have the content to go the distance, then go for
Oh,
it.
yeah. But you don't need to drag it out.
You don't need to drag it out. Because I want to keep it short and sweet. You got as much information as possible within an hour, and then you're set. Because people get scared. They're scrolling through their feed and they say, "Holy shit, that's an hour." I'm not sitting through that. Yeah. But like, I don't care what you do while you're watching it. You can put it on mute in the background. I do not care. If you just have it on, it runs up my engagement.
Yeah, of course.
So that's like with this too, like that. Like my Omegle videos was the farthest I've ever gotten, and that was super warm to me. I was like, this is great. I grew 400. It was a fresh channel. 497 people liked what I was doing, and that's great.
That's the dopest
it's a beautiful
feeling in the world.
Feeling ever. It's not a lot, but 497 people. You can't even fit that many people in a house.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a big
that's
W.
like, bro. Just like every single person is a person. Bro.
Yeah.
Like every single There's 497 living people.
I know.
I like what this kid's doing.
My most popular episodes got above 500 views. That was also great to hear, great to see too. And that was when I shouldn't have quit, and I did. I just threw in the towel. I was like, it's not worth it for me anymore. It's too much work.
Yeah.
And I totally regret doing that because I think I actually would have gotten somewhere. I had this clothing brand reach out to me. Jalen Tanner, he owns it. Shout out to him. He was trying his hand at like content too. He had good content. I miss that guy. Still follow him on Instagram. And then he like, I bought a shirt from him. He's like, help me out. I was like, word. So I'm like, I just plug in his merch and whatever.
Damn. And
I quit, which was the worst thing to do. But this is something I'm passionate about.
That's what you need.
This is something I'm passionate about.
Because there's going to be a lot of hard days and hard weeks and whatever, hard episodes, like a lot of times where it's just not feeling like the move. But if you really are passionate about it and you love it, like, you're not going to quit for that long. Like, you're going to find your way back.
You're going to find your way back. And this is the first thing I've actually spent money on.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. This is the first thing I spent money on. Like, I've been trying my hand on YouTube forever.
Yeah.
I've never paid for any softwares or whatever, but this is the first project I had where I actually had to throw in money and knowledge because I go to school for audio production. Yeah. And I would not be able to do any of this if I didn't take that class.
Hey. So shout out school.
Shout out Miss Tort, school.
Yeah, Miss Tort.
She's a goat.
Yeah?
She's a goat.
Shout out Miss Tort for the one time.
She's great. But yeah. But do you listen to any of your music? I know it's a little different than podcasts.
Yeah.
They're in like similar realm because you're both in
a
studio.
Yeah. They're both like on audio. Spotify and whatever. So essentially my thing is I listen to a lot of music and sometimes I'll listen to a lot of times it's like before it drops I'll listen to it just to like make sure everything's like good. And then but after it drops usually not. But with the new EP that I dropped, Archives, out now, all platforms.
All platforms.
But the new EP, like the amount of sheer love and like support that I've received from people has kind of been like, somebody's like, oh my gosh, from this second to this second in the song, like, your flow was so good, and I'll go re-listen to it, and I'll be like, oh shit, I really hit that.
There
that's
go.
Me.
And it's great. You could recognize your talents in your own art.
Yeah.
Take pride in your craft.
Exactly. So this is the first. Not even to but Nothing to Something is the first song that I've ever felt like I was texting, not to bring him up, but I was texting Bruno the other day, and I was like it really just hit me. Like, we did that shit.
You did it.
Like, I did that.
And this
shit.
is all you.
Like, this is a listenable. Like, this is a good song. Like,
right.
Multiple people are saying it. Like, I enjoy it. Like, I'll listen to it. Other people are listening to it. It's getting however many streams a day. Like, it's like I took a step back and I was like,
pat yourself on the back.
Yeah. Because a lot of the time, I'm sure too. Like, it's like these milestones. Like, you just hit 500 subscribers on this channel.
Thank you guys for that.
Jeez. Woo! Shout out all 500 of you.
All 500 of you guys. You guys are the most important people in my life. My family, not really. No. You guys
they take the back
family.
Wheel to the 500.
Yeah, you take, it's a close second, I'm not going to lie, but 500 people, thank you guys for that.
Yeah,
I do it for you.
Love y'all.
We love
all
you.
The support means everything.
It does.
But yeah, so it's like, but I'm sure with you too, like, it's like, you like think about it. It's like, cool, I got, but sometimes it's so easy to just skip past it. And it's like, all right, now it's time to 750 or 1,000 or whatever milestone you want next. Like, there's like a lot of times where it's just like,
oh, to hit 750, I would cry.
Yeah,
I would cry.
We're hitting 750. I hope you know that. I'm making you hit 750. We're going to the fucking moon.
Yes,
with this
sir.
Shit.
Cockcoin squared. Cop it on all crypto platforms, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well. But yeah, the milestones, getting caught up in it.
Yeah, no, but sometimes it's just so easy to be like, because not even on like, I don't know what the word, like, not even to be on cocky shit, but it's like, I've done, because it's like a lot of the times too, you obviously know what it's like. I deal with like mental health issues, like, depression, anxiety, and all this.
Right.
So sometimes it's so easy to just like not really care about them. Like, I've done a lot for someone. Bro, I dropped my own fucking merch line. Like, I dropped my own clothing line.
The experiences you've been through is definitely far more than a lot of 16-year-olds.
Yeah, and it's like so easy to still be like, oh man, like, I'm not hitting this, I don't have this yet, like this, and it's like, all right, you know what, I'm dropping Archives on all platforms, and now it's like I'm already looking towards the next album, but it's like this has been the first real thing where I've really like sat back and be like, holy shit, like,
you just rode the wave.
This is it.
You just sat on top of the hill and just looked at everybody.
Oh yeah, and but it's kind of different with podcasts. But that song too, it's like, especially in like rap music and hip hop as a whole, a lot of people are like lying in their raps. Like a lot of people just do it for like a punchline. Like fucking white people talking about like how they're catching bodies in the slums, or like,
no, you're not.
Like, you're not.
No,
like, let's be real.
I like that about your rap music. You keep it real.
And this is like one of the first songs. I wrote it a while ago, and and I changed a few bars, but it was like, this was the first song, bro. I like wrote about what I I wrote about what I was feeling in that moment. There was like
It's real.
Yeah, exactly. There was a bar set, and it was like, and guess what? I just doubled up, and I got my double cup, but I still don't give a fuck about you.
Hey.
And what I'm counting on is not enough.
Ooh.
So I guess you're out of luck because I got plenty left to do without you.
Ooh,
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's mine, bro.
That's your life.
That's my shit. Like especially after after just getting, just after the breakup. It's like, it's like so hard, but it's like I can't quit now. Like I got plenty left to do without you, with or without you. Bitch. Like,
yes, sir.
I'm not gonna
That's
quit.
That's what
like,
it's about.
That's what I'm saying.
Even no one understands this. Okay, like musicians are just a different breed. Okay,
Yeah.
we find joy in different things.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if like how people don't like to compare rock to rap or like whatever, and I think that's the dumbest shit ever.
No.
Music is music.
Music is music, bro.
Music is
and
music.
it pisses me off. You're definitely not. I don't think you're familiar. One of my favorite artists at the moment is named Scarlord.
Don't know him.
He's interesting. He's like yelling, like very just loud, like yelling. And some people are like, "What the fuck? This isn't music." Like, and I'm like, "What is the definition of music to you? Like, what does it have to be?"
Music is art, and art
That's
is
what
subjective.
I'm saying. Like, art is art. Like music to me is just like noise. Like I don't know, like. People are putting time and effort into their craft, and for someone to be like, "Oh man, that's not music," like, well, like and what gives these people the right to judge either?
Right, because they never tried their hand at music either.
No.
Like, okay, if you make music and you can, then I feel like you have a good gauge on like what music is.
You know what
and
goes into it.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
know like if it's ass or like if they put no effort into it.
Yeah.
If they put no effort into it, or if they like, or if it's just like something that they pulled out of their ass, or something that they actually put their heart and soul into, and when that drum line hits, and then you got the bass line in the background,
And yeah,
like,
when you're
everything
actually
comes
paying attention,
together.
and you're like, 808s here and this and that. It's just
It's a whole different thing. And the chemistry, what I was talking about
Oh.
with you in the studio with the people, the chemistry that you feel
oh yeah.
is immaculate.
That's what I'm kind of. I've wanted. I did shout out Arabella. She's a music creator who lives in Canada. One of my good friends.
Outstanding.
And it's like she's the only other person I've ever like. It wasn't even. And that was more of an interview than like a podcast. But she was like kind of just. She did this really cool segment over quarantine where it was like she would have like a bunch of different music artists from all different genres and stuff talk about their inspirations and their crafts and what they're up to and stuff. And like it's like this is like unmatched. Like me and you like. I consider you a good friend of mine, you know?
100%.
And it's
You're a
like,
good friend of mine too.
don't make me blush.
I'll
on
make you
camera.
blush.
But like, I'm saying like right now, like this is real, Cause it's like,
real.
I like trust you. I know about your life. You know about what's going on in my life. We've had like deep conversations before. Like you're not just some random person, like I know what you're about and you know what I'm about.
Yes,
so
sir.
This is what I'm saying. Like this real connection. Same thing with Arabella, it's like, I like talking to people. It's cool to meet new people, but like to do something, like whether this is, something like this is mutually beneficial, because I definitely have a lot of people in my demographic who have never listened to How to Be Gen Z, and it's like, you definitely have a lot of people watching this who have never listened to St. Cot. So it's like a mutually beneficial,
thing.
but I'd rather benefit someone else who I'm like close with.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And
So-
like, honestly, statistically, you're doing me more of a favor than I'm doing you a favor. But it's not even about that. It's
No.
just like, I like talking to you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, why not make it into an episode, like a
There's-
discussion?
Yeah, there's some people who like genuinely are just there for networking, which is okay because networking is important.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like one of the only like that's a necessity. In order to blow up, you have to be able to network.
Yeah.
Like talk to people.
Oh,
and whatever.
yeah.
So like networking is like this huge thing, and we're doing it right now by making this episode.
Oh, yeah.
But it's more than that. It's on top of that. We're just two guys sitting in a room having a conversation, and we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah, no, exactly, and it's like there's not my as you probably know or are learning, my favorite show of all time is BoJack Horseman.
I love that show.
So fucking
That's
good.
top 5 for me.
That's top 1 for me.
Oh, we talked about my sibling episode.
Oh, really?
We did.
I didn't.
So basically, like, what we're talking about is people idling Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street, which isn't great because the directors make him
Yeah.
out to be an asshole.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you're aspiring to be like Jordan Belfort, doing drugs, cheating on your wives or whatever, and like,
not it.
it's not it. That just shows the kind of guy you are. And
Yeah.
if you can like, same thing with BoJack Horseman. He's a piece of shit. He's not a great guy, but it's a good show, and his actions make the show better. That's
it's real.
The show. It's
real.
But by all means, he's not the best person.
Oh no,
you can enjoy the show, like, and there's definitely moments where I can relate to him.
Oh yeah,
and that's like important too. But like, you got to see where he's wrong.
Yeah,
like he's worked like he literally Sarah Lynn or whatever.
Oh,
he groomed Sarah Lynn, and then like.
No, he was a fucked up person. Like that's
100%.
And you know, it's not like I'm watching the show and I'm like, man, wow, I should go on a bet. You know, it's just like, I should
go on a bender and run away from all my mistakes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't aspire to be BoJack Horseman. You should just like say like, I can relate to that, but he did that wrong. Like he fucks up. And then he just runs away. Or goes on like a 3-day bender, or does a bunch of drugs and like whatever. But towards the end of the show, he does do a lot of character development. Yeah. And he becomes like a better person, which is great.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's so dope. But the thing I was talking about was
You can move the mic, by the way, closer.
Oh, yeah, word.
You can move it however close you want.
I think this is we're chilling right here.
Okay, sounds good.
So, but there was one episode. You might be familiar with it. It was where towards the end, where Diane is writing a book when she's living with Guy, and she's talking about it, and she like made this really popular kids book, and she was like she wanted to release a bunch of diaries or notebooks about her own life and stuff, and it's like the label was like to her, the publishers were like, you know, like, can you just release more kids book? Like this is selling great, everyone loves it. She's like, no, I want to write my diaries, and the person was like, why are you so set on this? And she was talking about it, and it's like, because she was like. It's good trauma, because it's like, with things like this, essentially, she was talking about it, and it really stuck with me, was she was like, you know, me writing a bunch of diaries or books or whatever, kids are going to read that, and they're going to, maybe some kids, not all kids, and thank God that not all kids, but like, some kids are going to read this and be like, damn, I went through the same thing, you know, like, and essentially good trauma is saying that, you know, you went through something bad, you had a bad life experience, whatever it was. Everybody goes through different shit in their life.
Right.
But it's like, good trauma is like making a podcast or making music or writing a book and talking about it, you know, because then maybe it will help a kid down the line.
Oh.
So that's why I like stuff like this so much, because it's like, we're talking about our life experiences, you know, not all, because it would be very depressing if the whole podcast we were just talking about like sad shit, but like, you know, like it's like touched upon, and it's like, you know, a kid's watching this, and it's like, you know what? It's like just two guys, you know, who deal with mental health problems, and it's like, but they're doing now. We're making a podcast, bro.
We're making it. We're doing it.
This is what I'm saying. So like, you know what? Maybe it's only one kid, but maybe some kid will see it and they'll be like, damn, you know, like
somebody.
I feel inspired. Like, you know, I'm gonna try my hand at making music or starting a podcast or just doing something like going to the gym or just getting out of bed in the morning, you know, and that's like everything.
That's huge, and you get such a high off that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. By the way, if you're thinking about starting a podcast, do not. It's more competition for me, and I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. Thank you. And music, don't.
No. Stay out of the music. Stay out of the
podcast and music industry.
Find a different creative outlet.
Find a different.
Write a book.
Make a video or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
As long as it's not in my field, I don't give a shit. All right, carry on.
But yeah, no, just like it's so dope too when like a kid texts you and it's like that's I don't know how familiar you are, but for a long time too on my Snapchat private story, I did these things.
The motivation thing.
No,
I actually listened to those.
So
I would put my phone on the counter while I'm getting ready in the morning.
And
or
so
like whatever.
A lot of kids like bullied me about it because like it's very like quote unquote unmasculine to like open up about like mental health and like, you know, because when you're a guy, you're just supposed to be like super tough and like just be able to like push through, get through everything.
I hate that stereotype. I fucking hate it.
It's so stupid. It's
Open up about your feelings. It's so important. Do you know like how bad that is? So if you keep everything bottled up,
I think it's like men have a higher suicide rate as well. You know, like more men die from, you know, more men harm themselves. Like it's like, come on. Like, if you need help, please go get it. Like, it doesn't make you a fucking loser. Like, it's not like you're a loser because you go to a therapist.
I have a therapist.
I have a therapist. And it's like, thank God I do. And thank God I'm willing to open up about it. So that's what I'm doing with my motivation stuff. Sometimes kids bully me. Like, a few kids were, you know, and they're like, you're a fucking loser because, you know, you're, like, depressed, whatever. But I've gotten that motivation thing at the time being, there was numerous people who reached out to me, both guys and girls, and they were like, yo, this is really like dope that you're willing to open up about this, you know, like, because it shows, you know, that like, whatever, I'm making music, I'm going to school, but I'm talking about it. Like, you know, it's not like you get to a certain point of success, you know, it's everyone still deals with the same issues. And
you're stepping outside of your comfort zone by posting those motivational things.
Exactly.
And then now you get to see who's, like, it's like the people who give me shit for painting my nails are the same people that are going to give you shit for posting those.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're insecure about themselves. So they
project it on other people.
But yeah, like, look, right here, this is like literally, I'm sure the camera could see it. My phone case, it's literally it's a sparkly thing with a bunch of butterflies on it.
Oh, they're seeing it.
Like, and like some people have like, you know, like been like, what the hell? Like, bro, butterflies have been a huge part of my life. Just like a great sign, great omen to me. And I'm getting a butterfly tattoo when I grow up.
Oh, that's dope.
And it's like, why the hell do you care what's on my phone case?
It's not yours.
It's not yours. It doesn't affect you at all. Like, it's not like I'm harming you by having it. Like,
right? There's no downside.
There's no downside
to that person. But like for some reason they take such offense to it. Do I think they actually take offense to it? I don't think so. I think they just need something to
hate on,
something to step on in order to get to where they need to be.
They need to demean others to boost themselves up.
By the way,
I
googled the statistic. As of 2015, almost 2/3 of the worldwide suicides, representing about 1.5% of all deaths. 1.5% of all deaths. Think about how many deaths there are a year. 1.5% is a lot.
Yeah,
are by men. 2/3 are by men.
Exactly.
It's tough out here.
No, it's most definitely tough.
I have a club in my school called Bring Change to Mind.
So I follow them on it. I follow the account on Instagram.
Yeah, I got past it from Mateus, who was on his podcast previously. But it's about ending the stigma behind, like, ending the stigma for seeking mental health help. You know, because like too many people are like, I don't want to get a therapist. I don't want to do this, or like because it's just wrong. My parents don't want me to do it, or or people are gonna clown on me for it. And also some people just can't find an outlet for that.
Yeah.
In the school, my school specifically, we actually have a ton of good resources. A bunch of guidance counselors who are like really good.
God bless
Miss Taylor. God bless Miss Taylor.
Shout out Miss Taylor.
She's great at her job. She's the drug and alcohol counselor. So many kids see her. She's booked. And you don't have to see her for drugs and alcohol. It's just like if you need help, go talk to her.
Exactly.
Like Miss O'Rourke's, she's the club advisor. She's also available for appointments to talk. We have so many of these people here, but they're just not. Nobody advocates for mental health in my school. No. And especially growing up on Long Island, there's so much competition everywhere in every school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure Chaminade is very grade heavy too.
Oh, yeah. No, we are. That's all there is grades.
Push.
Yeah.
But there's never a check-in, you know?
No, it's never about, you know, the mental stuff. And it's like, I don't entirely blame the school either, because there's dickheads in every school who are just going to try and, you know, make fun of it if a kid opens up about, like, their struggles, you know? Whether it's because they're dealing with their own struggles and they like don't have the courage to talk about it, so they find it easier to like make fun of other kids, you know, like whatever. There's always going to be kids who are just like shitting on other kids for dealing with stuff.
So unfortunate.
It's so sad. But it is a sad ass world we live in, man.
But one thing that you have to learn and take away from this is it's okay to go seek help for your mental health.
Oh yeah,
100% okay. And I'd rather have you get shit for it than keep that bottled up and have that damage you further down the line.
Oh yeah.
Better for you to go reach out. Step outside your comfort zones too.
It takes courage. It takes more courage to go get help.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make you weak or something. Like you just need someone to talk to sometimes. And sometimes you just need some advice.
Yeah, don't listen to the people who are gonna shit on you for that.
It doesn't make you less than anyone else because you need help. Yeah. Like I don't know. I never got it personally. And it's like I talk and sometimes it's hard to like. It's not even the person's fault, but sometimes it is hard to just like blame yourself. Be like,
yeah,
you know what? Like it's so easier to blame other people. Be like, oh yeah, it's this person, you know, like whatever. It's my ex-girlfriend's fault or my ex-best friend's fault, you know, like. But
sometimes it's your fault.
They left me. But no, sometimes you have to just take a step back and be like, you know what? I messed up.
That's on me.
And that's on me. And it's like, sometimes it's a repetitive behavior too. And it's like, you need to see someone to talk about that.
You know,
or it will never change.
Cycle, the vicious cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Go seek help for your...
So,
go seek help.
It's really that simple.
It's that simple. And don't worry about the shit that people are going to throw at you for it. And also, don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone, like your father said.
Yeah.
Like he was, don't ever pass up an opportunity for free lunch.
Yeah.
View all the opportunities in life as a free lunch. 'Cause
Yeah.
that door's gonna close. That window's gonna close.
Bro, you could do anything in this fucking world.
You can literally do anything.
I'm wearing an Eminem shirt right now.
Over a sweatshirt.
That's kind of my thing. I love that. And it says, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
We're on that fuck drugs wave 2022.
Yes, sir. Fuck drugs.
Fuck drugs. But just like saying, like, Eminem, bro, like, he came from the absolute, like, rock bottom of the earth. He didn't have a dad. His mom was, like, a drug addict or whatever, and he was literally living in, like, a one-room house. And now he's, like, one of the most successful music artists of all time. He did that shit.
That's an awesome story.
Like, that, exactly. It's like there's so many people who are born into wealth and end up doing nothing with their life.
Yeah.
You know, like, the opportunities are really yours in this world. Because somebody's going to have to be the first to do something, you know?
Yes, sir.
Like, a human being. So why don't you be the first? You have the chance.
Go for it.
Go get it.
Go and get it.
Exactly.
That is a great place. We're at 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
And this is how I typically end it. How long did it feel for you?
Like, there's been a lot of topic, but overall, I would say, like, maybe 15,
Yeah,
20.
15, 20. Same about me. That seems to be a trend, 15, 20 minutes. But we're at 46, going on 47. So
Damn.
that was a long time. Well, not really for a podcast, but we like to keep it short and sweet for y'all
Yeah.
because we know y'all don't pay attention to an hour long of stuff. But it's okay because we're accepting here. That was episode 7, How to Be a Gen Z. My name is Scott Wong, and I'm joined here by Scott Cousins. Anything you want to plug?
Go follow me on Instagram, Scott Cousins
I'll
underscore.
pop it up right there.
Yeah. So Scott Cousins underscore on Instagram.
Why don't you hold it?
Yeah.
Hold it.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
a little higher, right by your chin. There we go.
Chuck it right there.
I'll chuck it
Yeah.
right there.
Scott Cousins. And then ST.COT Saint Cot on all music platforms.
All music platforms.
Go stream my shit. I'm dropping more soon. Hopefully merch, music videos, all of that fun stuff soon. And hopefully I'll be in the relatively near future. Hopefully I'll be on How to Be Gen Z again.
Yes, sir. I'll put you down on the calendar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. I had a blast.
This was fun.
This was thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Do you want to get lunch?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
like a
down.
thing I do with all my guests. I get
Yeah?
food after. Every guest I've had, I get food with that. I get food with that.
Sure thing.
Besides Kyle, because Kyle had to go, but that's
Kyle.
fuck you, Kyle.
Kyle sold the bag.
He did sell the bag. But that was episode 7, How to Be a Gen Z. Everybody stay safe, stay happy. Keep
Yeah.
your family safe.
Don't
from
do
Omicron.
drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Stay in school.
And go get help if needed. We love all of you.
We love all you. Do what you gotta do. Subscribe, follow, rate my shit on Apple Music and Spotify.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, boys.
Happy New Year.